Hey YouTube, I am back with a new video, and what I'm going to be doing in this video today is modding my Game Boy Advance with a brand new LED backlit screen. I've been waiting to do this for a while. I've done a lot of my other handhelds, then I sent some of them out that were a little bit more complicated to do. I just got my package in today from DHL from RetroSix. That's where I got the new screen and a new case to replace that case right there. The reason I got the case is because RetroSix makes a case where the new screen fits in there automatically. You don't have to trim anything. It is already done by RetroSix, so it makes it a little bit easier. Also, I'm going to be doing something for the first time, is doing a little bit of soldering. So on this screen, you do have some solder points on that screen so that you can adjust the brightness. You do not have to do it the soldering if you don't want to. You can just leave it how it is and it'll just have one brightness, but I want to attempt today to do the soldering myself. So first time me really getting into soldering, I bought a soldering kit from Newegg right here. It was $30. I have my soldering iron plugged up over here on the left, getting warmed up, and then this comes with a lot of tools. It's like the solder sucker right here, all the tips for your soldering gun, and then a whole bunch of extra tools and stuff in there. And it also came with a little tube of solder to start out with right there. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the video. So let's go ahead and open this up and show you guys what came inside of it. Let's cut that. Really excited to get this done. I'm a big fan of what I call refreshing your retro. And what I mean by that is all of our old school games are starting to show their age. You know, if all the systems you got back in the 80s, late 80s, and early 90s, mid 90s, they're starting to show their age. They need either new screens to bring them in the 20th century and make them look better, play better. They need new capacitors and things like that. So that's what I do, man. I get this stuff redone, or I try to do it myself. A few I've done myself, a few I've had to send out and get done by people that are a lot more experienced in doing the things than I am. But I'm starting to dig a little bit deeper and try to do these things myself. All right, so this here is the screen. Let's go ahead and open this up. I'm assuming this is the screen. What's this? Okay, so this is the bracket. So RetroSix makes a 3D printed bracket right here so that the screen is secured inside of the new case by itself. So that's that right there. This is the new screen right here. And those are those 3 wires right there I was telling you about. Those will have specific solder points onto that screen and onto your board inside of your Game Boy Advance. And then this is the case that I got from them. And this is, come on, all of it will come out here. Awesome. Put this bubble wrap to the side. This is a Famicom case. So this one here is white. This Famicom case is like a gray. All right, comes with all the color buttons, triggers, and everything that you need to do the swap. RetroSix is really awesome. They put everything in there as you need. There you go. And you got some green ones right here. If you want to go with green, you can switch up however you want. And then this over here is the replacement screen. And if you can see, let me get this kind of close for you. See, it says Super Famicom right there on that screen instead of Game Boy Advance like this one, the original one does. So I'm going to be doing all of that today, and I'm going to try to capture as much of it as I can on camera for you guys today. All right, so let me go ahead and start getting things set up, and I'll be back and we'll get it all done. All right, before I get started on doing this, I also want to show you guys how the screen looks on the regular Yep, there's my batteries there on the Game Boy Advance normally. There we go. So this is without a light. This is how the screen on the Game Boy Advance looks. I have one of those 369-in-1 carts on here. So like if I just clicked on the game, that's how the game looks right there. So as you can see, there's no, oh, my battery's dying. So we'll have to come back to that. There we go. And as you guys can see how that looks. So it is color. It just, you can barely see it. Excuse me, you have to have the right type of light to be able to see it. So that gives you an idea how it looks now versus how it's going to look here shortly. All right, let's get into it. All right. Let's see, what do we have? Tri-wings. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right, and then that's one Phillips right there inside the battery case. All right, so you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tri-wings and one Phillips right here inside of the battery case right there. I do have my fan on. It's a little hot in this room, so I hope that that doesn't bother you guys. Trying to stay cool. Trying to get this last one out. There we go. For some reason I didn't want to slide all the way out. There we go. So I'll put that over there. Put all the tri-wing screws inside that case. There. And then the Phillips there. So this is how the board looks right here. Now on the board itself, this is your ribbon cable up here for the screen. And let's see, should be able to pop that out real quick. Let's good that they gave you all these tools with this soldering iron kit. So what will we use? We'll use this little pick right here. So on the side where the ribbon cables are, these little tabs right here. So you just push them up like so on each side, and then gently pull your ribbon cable out like so. There you go. So now the ribbon cable is out, and let's see, there is 2 Phillips here, one here, one here. So swap this bit out, and let's get you a little closer. Phillips is here and here. So let's go ahead and take those out. And here. Awesome. And that should release the board, unless I'm missing one. Let's take this out. That's for the power on off. One more right here. It's a Phillips, so it's 3 on the board so far. And that feels like the board is fully out of there. There we go. So 3 screws on the board. Put those to the side. And then there is your Gameboy Advance board right there. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So let's put that right there for right now. And then take all this stuff out here. Not going to be reusing any of this, but I'll take it out anyways. There we go. So normally, if you were reusing this case itself, what you would do is gently twist like that to loosen the screen. As you can see, the screen has just popped up, and you should be able to just pull that screen right out if you were reusing this case. It has a little bit of adhesive, as you can see, coming up right there. So that is the old screen, which I will keep, and that's the adhesive that goes right around, and we'll pull that off. So that's your old screen right there. Let's put that to the side, and then that's your shell. So versus the new shell, I can show you here. Inside there is no little trim down here at the bottom, so that trim is not there. And on this one, the trim is actually, focus, trim is right here at the bottom, so that's what has to be cut out on your original one if you want to use this screen. The screen's a little bit bigger, but on the one that RetroSix gives you, that is not there at the bottom, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, so I'm going to leave this out right now, and then we are going to open up the screen. Let's get some of this stuff out the way. All right. And RetroSix has some instructions, step by step, excuse me, instructions on their website on how to complete this mod. So let's go ahead and get all of this out. There we go. That there. so I got both of those soldered down. Took me forever. So, oh boy, looks like everything is in. Let's go ahead and screw these screws in. Gotta put the triggers back on. I will say this would have been a lot easier not soldering it, but I wanted to try my hand at it. And I probably won't do that again. That is not easy whatsoever. So to all the people that are good at soldering, kudos to you, because I'm not whatsoever. That out the way. Got everything in there. So now we just need the new back. Oh, missing some screws. Let me get those in there first. One here. And then one goes here. So anybody who has tried soldering before, in the description box or the comment box down there, please let me know what I was doing wrong, because I was struggling mightily. And I don't even know if those connections are going to be good. But please let me know what I was doing wrong. Alright, so let's put this, should fit right back in here. Batteries. Alright, so we're going to do, almost forgot these, I think we're going to do blue on the side. Blue right here. Blue and blue. This one. All right. And these are tri-wings. And retro. All right, so the system is all the way back together. Last thing I need to do is put this screen protector on there. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this back. .3M. Go. And Uh-oh. Something up under the screen. Not there anymore. So let me look at this, make sure I got it in there correct. Oh, wow. All right, man, that looks good, man. Super Famicom. Got the colored buttons on here. The yellow and red. Blue buttons here. Blue button at the top. Green over here. Really nice, man. So that's the back. You can grab this cover. I think this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. Locks everything in there. Blue on and off button. And then the last thing they give you is a little piece to go right here. So it goes right, no, it's just like that. Peel this off. It's a nice little touch. Uh-oh, it's crooked. There we go. That says RetroSix Game Boy Advance. So the only thing that is missing from the back is this serial number, and I'm going to try to see if I can get that off later and put that on there. I don't know if that will actually come off the right way. Let's see. Actually, it felt like it came off pretty smooth. So let's see if we can get that up there. All right, a little crooked. Let me fix that. Just ironing it down. All right, cool. So I peeled that off my old one, put it on here. This side is a little peeled up because that's how I peeled it, but that's okay. So that's how it looks. All right, so time to test it out. Put that over here, and all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the system on and show you guys how it looks. All right. Da-da-da. Wow. Look how good that looks, man. That looks amazing. Wow. So this has a whole bunch of games on here. We'll pick Super Mario Advance 4. Man, that makes such a difference, man. Wow, does that make such a difference. So I highly suggest doing this mod. I do not suggest doing the soldering unless you're good at soldering. If you're not good at soldering, you're gonna have some issues. As I had tons of issues. As you can see, it took me forever to get that done. and that was struggling, man. So this is how it looks. Just oops, come on, Mario. This is how it looks without the with just when you turn it on, without adjusting the screen. I was having issues with the soldering, and I don't think my soldering was done well. Because if your soldering was done well, all you have to do to adjust the brightness is hold select and hit the, I think it's the R and L trigger, and mine didn't come out right. So maybe I'll revisit that later on and try to fix it. But at this point, I'm gonna leave it how it is because it looks, oops, it looks absolutely amazing, and I'm okay with it. Oh, all right, I'm dead. All right, so you guys see how that looks. It looks really, really awesome. If you guys did enjoy this, let's see, what will we call a refreshing of the Game Boy Advance, go ahead and drop a like. I did struggle through this, so you know it's 100% legit me doing it. But I did struggle through it, but I got it done at the end. So if you did enjoy it, go ahead and hit the like button. And then if you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. So when I do cool stuff like this and I struggle through doing something like this, you guys can come over and watch it and see if it's something that you want to do. Once again, this is from RetroSix. I'll put the links in the description so that if you are interested in doing this, you can go over and pick one up from RetroSix and do it yourself. And lastly, I will say, if you're not good at soldering, don't worry about it. You can do this mod without soldering. You just will not be able to adjust the brightness. The brightness will stay where it's at. And like I said, it looks just fine without being able to adjust the brightness. I tried to do it. For whatever reason, it did not take, because my soldering, I'm quite sure, was really bad. So give me some tips down in the comment section to help me out. And maybe I'll go back in and redo it, and maybe it'll work this time. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll check you on the next one.